Hey everyone, Harry here. It's been a while, right? Miss you guys. Happy New Year, first of all. It's glad to be back. And I wanted to talk a little bit with you, our usual conversation about perfume, scents, fashion, all that stuff. I was wondering, what can we talk about, you and me? What can we have a discussion about? Could it be the newest releases? Could it be a super hyped perfume that everyone raves on about online? Could it be an old classic that everyone loves or a hidden gem? Not really, we're not doing that kind of stuff. We're a little bit out there. And if you're a new viewer or an old viewer, this is how we do it. It's basically how the day is going, and what we want to talk about, you and me. Today is a gray, gloomy, saturated, colored-wise type of day. Cold, wearing my warmest, heaviest type of shirts and clothes. And the mood is on the spectrum of indifference, feeling weird, like a leaf on the wind, and all that poetry bullshit. But you know what I'm talking about. It's a grey, gloomy type of day, and you're out on your walk, going for coffee, meeting friends, working, whatever. What do you wear? Well, I find myself wearing an inexpensive, inoffensive, nothing extraordinary about type of perfume called BOIS DE YUZU by Karl Lagerfeld. It's interesting how I found it. My wife was doing her groceries, I was there, and while she does the heavy lifting, picking all the important things that we need, making all the important decisions, I am the doofus who runs around and smells perfumes while she's finished. And giving a headache, serious headache, to myself by all those different type of smells. So how come this inoffensive, run-of-the-mill type of perfume lasts an impression on me to go back and pick it? Well, here's the thing. Everyone loves an inexpensive perfume. You love an inexpensive perfume. I love an inexpensive perfume. It's not even about the money sometimes. Most of the time, you like to find something that you would usually not give attention to, and you are pleasantly surprised, and now you adopt it, and this little guy has a new home. But it smells nice. Synthetic, yes. Inoffensive, yes. Everyone will like it, yes. But it works on those kind of days that I described. Muted, a little bit saturated type of days. Everything is gray, everything is black, white, brown, gray, everything is a little bit greenish. It's a winter, it's cold, people are freezing. And you want to wear something a little bit earthy, a little bit fresh, something that, keeps you in that kind of mood. And that's what it is. But enough. Let's see what the notes are and proceed to the important things. So let's take a look. So on the top notes we have mandarin orange, we have ginger, we have clary sage, we have yuzu wood, which is what this is named after, more on that later. And on the bottom ones we have patchouli and papyrus, which is very important in a weird type of way, texture wise, also more on that later. Now once you spray it, this gives you more of a ginger vibe than a yuzu vibe, but I guess what the ginger wouldn't really roll off the tongue, so okay, I'll allow it. There's still yuzu there, and yuzu is primarily what drew me to pick it up, but ultimately the smell is what made me buy it. So let's spray a little bit, not too much because I already have it a little bit on me, but it's a bit more dried down, but just to remind those notes that pop up. So my first mistake with this perfume was that when I smell it and pops out, I get this impression of fresh, bright colors. That's a mistake. It's not that bright. It is fresh. It has this greenish, aura around it. It is this like vetiver patchouli type of smell that a lot of us like, especially in this cold weather. That's one of the best notes to have on you, because you smell like a wet forest, which is, it's kind of sexy. I guess, I don't know, for me, I like it. But ultimately, what pops up is a little bit of spiciness, a little bit of mint in there, and a lot of citrus. Now, ginger blends really nice. I'm not a fan of ginger. I'm not a fan of cardamom and spiciness. I avoid that. But every time a perfume works well with those notes, I like it and I respect it for it because I have a strong dislike for those notes. And for an inexpensive small perfume like this, yeah, that's amazing, I would say. And dissecting it now in my mind, I think that could be ultimately the reason. It's kind of a respect, you know, yeah, you're synthetic, yeah, you're like inoffensive, but you know what? You're pleasant, you have a little bit of character, not too much. You know, we're not going to talk about politics, you and I, but yeah, we will discuss the latest trends. And I kind of respect you for it. You're not my type, but I respect you because you work well. Now, they say it's a masculine. I disagree. It's a unisex perfume. My wife loves to wear it as well. Any woman would love to wear this. It's a pleasant perfume. Yeah, it's a little bit synthetic. Yeah, you know, with a little bit of ginger and the synthetic stuff going in there, it could be a little bit spice on your nose, could be a little bit, you know, too much, so I don't spray too much of it. But if you spray it moderately, and if you wear it in the appropriate weather, which is now, this cold hell that is outside, then it's a gem. I really believe that. And for the money, you can't go wrong. So definitely a lot of citrus, a little bit of wood in there, a little bit of earthy notes, and the comment I made, smelling like a wet forest, it's actually there. Nothing pine cone, nothing, you know, too much. It's just a stroll through a forest that, you know, that day it's raining. Is it sexy? No, it's not. Is it inoffensive? Yeah, it's an everyday, earthy, fresh, but with muted type of qualities, type of perfume. Yeah. Can you find better things? Yeah, but for that price, nope. Will you like it? Yes. Will your friends like it? Yes. I mean, everything is subjective, but the way I figured stuff and how it works on me is if I wear something that I enjoy, then everyone enjoys because I'm more confident. I like what I smell back every time the wind blows from my neck and I smell it back. And I also make sure to wear it with the appropriate mindset and clothes that match it. I'm not going to wear summer perfume during winter, and I'm not going to wear winter perfume during summer. And I treat it as an accessory. It won't be every day, like this rainy day, so it won't be every day that this could be a gem, but for the days that it's not like this, it's still an inoffensive, really nice, a little bit synthetic, but ultimately good to have perfume in your collection. Just mindless, put it on, and everyone will be asking you, oh, that's really nice, it's really good perfume. So that's why I want to talk about it. Ultimately, run-of-the-mill with great qualities for what it is, but for those rare occasions where you find yourself into this weird weather and you feel gray and you see the color, if you feel like this color, then this is an amazing perfume to put on. Yes, I said amazing for a cheap perfume that is, you know, but yeah, on those occasions, yeah, absolutely, I think it can be amazing. And you have those, I don't know, 25, 23, up to 28 euros, dollars to spare, and you like yuzu, even though yuzu is not the most prominent thing in this, you know, if you like a little bit of spiciness, but not too much to just give you this headache, then you could go wrong with other stuff. This is a great one. I recommend it. It works for me. Could work for you. Just need the specific mindset that we talked about. And one last thing, we talked about papyrus in the end, right? And I want to say, we're gonna go back to that. So my wife pointed a really smart thing when she read that it has papyrus. She said, oh, that's why it's so dry, and it didn't click to me until then, but the more it dries down, the more you get a texture out of it, and that's cool, you know? When you get colors and textures and images from your perfume, then you know you have something good. Clicks with the day, with the mood, with whatever you're wearing and feeling, you know, all that bullshit stuff. So there is a bit of a texture, there's a bit of dryness in there. It will be in your neck, your eyes, wherever you put it. There's a bit of a, you know, 3D imagery every time you smell it, and you could get the most expensive perfume and not get that. Why? Because it doesn't click with a specific setting, you know? Like I said, when I smell this, I can see this in a rainy, cold, muted type of day. And when I smell it in that day, I get more than a smell. Textures, images, thoughts. It creates a picture. You have it on you, it's a complete package. That's why I like it. It doesn't have a lot going for it, but it has this one thing, and you know, this one thing will come here and there during your, during the year. So yeah, this texture fits in like a puzzle with the rest of the stuff that I talked about. The freshiness of the earthy, wet vibes that you get with the citrus. And as a bonus, this dryness from the papyrus, it works well. People will like it. And you like it. And ultimately, that's what perfumes are, right? It's an accessory that you enjoy. And other people will enjoy. That's it. That was our conversation. I hope you enjoyed it. It was no preparation done, as you can tell. But I'm during work hours. And I keep smelling this. And I love this minty, earthy, citrusy, saturated vibe that I get, and I want to talk about it with you. Next video, hopefully, if I get some energy to do, and 8 months don't pass again, it'll be a little bit more, down our alley. I'm gonna talk about something a little bit more interesting, but give it a try. It's inexpensive. It's good. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.